Hello everyone, this is Brittany with Redeemable Junk, and I'm here today to do process video number 3 of how I put my signatures together and yeah, my thought process behind all of that. So grab a coffee, come sit, and let's get started. So what I have here is I have a stack of some coffee dyed papers. Over here I have a few pieces of paper that or scrapbook pages that I picked out to add as the covers of my signatures. Okay. Let me show you guys. And then I have a huge stack of just random pages, ledger pages, Edith Holden pages, regular book pages. That's not supposed to be in there. Not sure why it is. So I have a large stack of different types of things. And then I have a stack of some bill heads, okay? So let's get started. So I'm going to set these aside. So what I start with is I need to decide how many signatures I want in my journal. And I usually go with 3. That's usually my number of signatures that I use in my journals. Every now and then I will use 2, but very seldomly do I do that. So I'm going to go ahead and cut the tops off these because they have holes in them. I am using my Fiskar Rotary Cutter. I believe that's how you say it. If not, you can feel free to correct me in the comments. I love it. It's my favorite cutter. I would never ever choose any other cutter after having this one. It's absolutely amazing. It has a self-sharpening blade. Let me show you guys. If you guys can see, it's a round blade. You can't really see it. But it self-sharpens itself as you cut. And I love it. It's absolutely amazing. Okay. So I decided I definitely want this one. And I don't think I'm going to go with, I don't know if I'm going to go. I really like the pink because it matches the flowers on there. Let me grab my cover and see. I know I want that one for sure, and I want that one. Only thing is, oh, that ain't the one. Which one is it? This one. It has the pink on the inside, and I don't like it, so I'll be covering that up for sure. I don't know. Let's start with the one that I know I want for sure. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get me a piece of coffee dyed paper that is already cut in half. And actually, I actually already know that my Edith Holden page will probably be my largest page that I use. So I might want to grab that instead. And I have one that's already cut down to size if I can find it. There it is. Yeah, and it's much larger than my coffee dyed paper, so, and I hate to cut that down. I really would hate to cut that down. I've already cut so much off of it. I could bend it in, but if you bend it in, then it takes away from even more of the design. I just don't like how it looks when it's bent in. So let me see. I'm going to cut that little part off of this page. I hate to do that. I really do. But it's done. Here goes nothing. I hate to do that. Man, cut that pretty flower off on the inside, I think. Part of it. That's okay. We're still going to use it. So I take my coffee dyed paper or my largest piece of paper, and you want your signature to be a little bit, the cover of your signature to be a little bit bigger than your coffee stain pages because, and your other pages, because it acts as a protectant. So I'm going to leave that there, okay? I want it just a tad bit, just a hair bit larger on top and bottom. So I'm going to cut it off right there. And I'll save this as scraps. Throw it in my scrap pile. So there's my cover. Let me make sure it fits in my book good, my journal, not my book, and it does. So now we're going to do our next one like that. I know for sure that I want this one. I think I'm going to use the peach one. I think I already have my mind made up. And we want to cut it the same size, okay? Or at least I do. So I get string hanging off me. And I'm going to get my peach page, I think it went with the softness of the journal. Even though it's a vintage journal, I want to keep that soft feel that it has on the cover. I really like that soft feel. So I'm going to try to keep it with this color and with the soft covers. Now, in my journals, or in my signatures, I usually add 12 pages per signature, okay? I want this to be my cover, and you guys know what? I cut that the wrong way. Oh, I was wanting to save the bottom. Oh, man, I was wanting to save that part. Oh, well. I really wish I could make that my front, too. Oh, well. It is what it is. I wasn't planning on doing that. I didn't think too much. I wasn't really thinking when I did that. Man. Wish there was a way to make that my front. That's okay. Okay. Like I said, we're going to go with the flow, guys. So when I make a mistake, we're going to keep going. Okay. I'm going to use my cutter here in case I need to cut something down. And we're going to start with our first signature. And what I do is I just start by putting pages in it. So I know I'm going to cover this up with something. I don't know what yet, but probably like a dictionary page or something. So I'm going to go ahead and add a coffee stain paper there. Let me see. Let me separate my coffee dyed papers. It's hard to do this all on video, and I don't feel like I have enough space that I usually like to have. Here, let me do this. Okay, we'll set those there. There we go. So we're still in frame. And I got my Edith Hoden pages we're not going to use yet. This is a main page. I'm not going to use that yet. And usually, I'm going to show you guys what I usually do, okay? Before I even get started. I take my pages, I'm just going to show you the way that I do it. And I go ahead and fold them all in half and make them as if they are going to go into my signature. I'm going to go ahead and do that now. It makes it easier when it comes time to put them into my journal. I love this page. I think it's so pretty. Somebody sent this to me. And it was folded, so I'm going to cut it down. It'll be slightly smaller than a coffee dyed paper. That's okay. And it's going to be larger, so let me see. I need to fold it about right there. So we're going to cut excess off. That's ready to go into the signature. I have this green page, and I'm not going to use it, so I'm going to set it aside. I have this. I could use it. I don't know if I will, but we're going to go ahead and cut it down to size. Oh, I'm glad I looked at that. There's a date on it, and I want to keep the date, so I'm so glad I looked at that. Make sure you look at your pages before you cut them, and make sure you know what part you want to cut off and what part you don't. So that would be ready to go in. Then we have this long ledger page, and I'm going to see if this can bend in half. Some of my ledger pages can, and some of them crumble whenever they're folded in half. Yeah, this one's probably going to crumble. So we're going to cut this down to size. I love using ledger pages in my journals. I'll keep those extra sheets, and I can use those in something else. Let's see what else I got. I have this. It's just another it's just from a composition notebook that was a vintage composition notebook. I know I want to use that. Sorry, my house is a little loud right now. My husband and my son are playing a game. And he was sent home today for close contact due to COVID. This is the 6th time this year that he has been sent home. Absolutely crazy, ridiculous. But There ain't nothing I can do about it, so I just got to go with the flow of it. This is kind of pretty. Oh, and it crumbled. So what I do whenever that happens is I'll just put a piece of lace down the center of it to bind it together so I can still use it. Or a piece of washi tape. That works also. These are just vintage pieces of paper that I got in Happy Mail. I really need some more of them. So if any of you have some pages like this, let me know. I will so buy them from you. I will purchase them from you. I'm about out. Or I can send you some ledger paper in return. I have this pretty page that I bought. It has a flower on it. We might use that. I have this check. I thought that would add some dimension to it, like, you know, so the pages would be different sized. So I'll put that over there. I have this, and I would like to add this to one of the pages. It is a hymnal. I have a Bible page that I want to add to it. Oh, I was gifted this in some Happy Mail, and I definitely want to add this. It is music page paper, but they printed over it with a printable, and it's so pretty. Definitely want to use that. It almost feels like a printable, but it's real. It's really pretty. Okay, I have this dictionary page that I can use, but I don't like how there's that much on the side of it. I don't know. I thought I had another dictionary page also. Let me see. I know that I did. If I can find it. Okay, I found it. Let's see. That fits really good in there. And I like the hose on the top. It adds to the vintage look of it. I would like to use some of these bill heads, but they're slightly long. And they're already creased, which I really hate when they're already creased because then they want to lay weird. Let's see. I'll crease it right there. Then I still got plenty of room to write with. So I'm going to cut that off. I hate to cut an authentic vintage bill head, but it's done. I just did it. Okay. And I got this bill head from the 1890 that I thought I could use in it. And it bends perfect. Oh, it bends so beautifully. It's crazy how the papers back in the 1800s are better than the paper they make today. It just blows my mind. The paper we buy today crumbles, but like this is a 1904 and it's so thick. It's beautiful. Beautifully made. So after we get all these cut, I will move. That feels like it's going to crumble a little bit, and it is. So I'll have to put lace down that if I use it. I'm going to get some more ledger pages. Let's see, I might be able to fold these in. I think I can. Instead of cutting it, fold those in where they fold out. That'd be neat. I will keep this in because it could go in a smaller notebook that I make. Yep, the page folded beautifully on this ledger page. Some of my ledgers are a little bit more brittle, so they don't do that. But some of them aren't. So, look at this page, and it's so pretty from 1921. I definitely want to use it. It's just beautiful. Let's see if I can fold the pages in also on this one. And I can. It's so large. I love it. It's so pretty. The handwriting on it's beautiful. And like I said, I'll keep the excess because I could actually use that for another part in my signatures if I wanted to. And I could even cut that one down instead of having it fold out. Sorry, my house is so loud. Okay, I got this, and it's really thick. I think I want to use it. I just hate to cut so much of it off. It's going to cut some of the wording off. Let me see something. It's going to... I don't think the pages are going to want to bend very well. They did. Let me cut a little bit off the end of this one. Because that folds in a whole lot. We wouldn't want it to fold in that much if we used it. I could maybe decorate that. We'll see. If I want to cut it off later, I can. I don't want a whole lot of fold out pages. Because then it takes away from the pages that do fold out if you have a bunch of them. So we'll keep this piece. Like I said, we can use that in a notebook. Everything in, what do they say? In moderation. I have this, but I don't really like how it turned out, so I don't think I'm going to use that. I have this super old dictionary page. I really like it. I think we're going to use it. I'll keep the end of it. I could use that to collage with. And I think we actually are good. We have plenty of stuff now. I think we have enough to make our journal signatures. So I think, oh, and I have this piece. It's pretty thick. I thought maybe I could add that in there. So I'm going to remove this now. Get this out of the way. And next, what I usually do is I separate my signatures. So I'm going to go ahead and fold some of my coffee dyed paper. I'm going to get my bone folder. Oh, my boys are being so loud, I tell you. I love this piece. It says the free. I just love it. That was gifted to me by somebody in the group as well. It's beautiful. And I might not use all these coffee dyed paper or pages, but it's better to have more than less. And then you'll have some folded for the next time you do it. I'm going to fold just a few more and we'll be done. Okay, I'm going to get these out of the way. So now I'm going to separate my other pages. I'm going to move my extras out of the way real quick. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to do decorated pages like this. Then I got my ledger pages. I'm going to put in a pile right over here. I'm going to put my smaller pieces together in a little pile I got my bill heads, decorated page, littler piece. That's a little bit littler. That looks too long. It is. I need to cut some off that real quick. What part should I cut off? Man, they're being so loud. I think I'm going to cut the bottom off. I hate to do that because that takes away from the writing. That helps you know it's Edith Hoden's, but so we don't have many decorated pages in this one, so this is going to be fun to decorate. We're going to have so much stuff to decorate. So I'm going to put a piece of coffee stain paper in here. Then I think I'm going to go with a ledger paper that's decorated. Maybe a smaller piece. Oh, I forgot. I also have these. I have some bags that I'm going to add to them. So I'm going to go ahead and fold them now. I almost forgot about those. Set those to the side. I don't need 2 glassine bags. And just so you guys know, I do sell paper packs in my shop. The Redeemable Junk Journal sells. So if you're ever looking for some paper, just contact me. I can put you together something like that bag there. And let's see. Maybe coffee dyed. Kind of want to put that in the middle of the signature. Yeah, I like that there. I need to be counting my pages, so hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Seven. Where are my bill heads? I don't have very many bill heads. I need to get more out. 8. 9. 10. 11, 12. I'm not in frame. I'm so sorry, guys. So did you guys see that, how I did that? So I added that, then I added a coffee stain paper, a ledger paper, a bag, coffee stain paper, dictionary paper, ledger paper, letterhead, coffee stain paper, a decorative paper, a writing paper, and a Bible page. So I'm going to set this aside. I'm going to grab another bill head. I thought I had more bill heads. I thought I pulled more. Surprisingly, I sold almost all of my bill heads. I could really bite myself right now for that because I really needed those for my own junk journals, and then I realized I almost sold all them. So now we're going to do the peach. I usually always start with a coffee stain paper, but this one, I think I might start with something different. I might start with that. I like that. So 1, 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. I need to trim that down. I'm going to do that right now. I didn't realize it was so long. So where are we at? 6. 7. 8, 9, 10, 11, I want that in the middle of my other signature. 12. So our last one, we have 1. I'm running out of paper. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I'm going to put 13 in this one. 13. So there we have it, guys. Woo, that was a long video just on doing the signatures. I wouldn't have thought it would have taken that long. My goodness gracious. Oh, I have this piece too. I'm going to add into one of them somewhere. So let's see. Probably my first one. Let's see where it will fit in. Just because I really like it. And there we go. So I like that there. So then I will position them like this. Let me get my junk journal cover. And there you have it, guys. We are ready to start decorating. So in the next videos, we will be doing decorating signature number 1, or at least part of it. I don't know how long that we will actually go. I take a long time to decorate my stuff because I'm pretty OCD. But so now that you guys have your signatures together, what we're going to need for the next video is whatever you're going to use to decorate your signatures. So you're going to need scrapbook paper, and I'll mostly use scrapbook paper, buttons, cheesecloth. I'll use some of this a lot probably. Some embellishments from Tim Holtz maybe. Things like that. That's what we'll be using. Lace. I'll be using lots of lace to do snippets, some rusted paper clips, things like that. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, check out the description below. I have some information there for you guys. Also, make sure to like and comment on this video. It really helps me out. I hope that you guys have a wonderful day. Thanks.